All right, I'm traveling today, but I did have a few minutes to come up with another mock draft here. I've had some comments on my last one I uploaded, so I figured I'd address those uh, suggestions and then redo this mock draft. This one still has a trade in it with the Miami Dolphins. Um, I can't wait to see what they do here. I will have another mock uploading within a week or so keep that in mind here. But moving on with this video, let's get on with the mock draft. So, if you don't remember, the Miami Dolphins trade up with the Detroit Lions, and we get their 13th selection as well as their 78th in the third round with this trade, so they can draft up to get Dwayne Haskins. Because I think a few teams behind us are looking at Dwayne Haskins still on the board, and they're going to want to draft him in. Miami needs a franchise quarterback. They haven't. Ryan Tannehill didn't work out, so they're going to be looking to fill that need there. But anyway, moving on with our first selection in the first round, which is pick 13, via trade from the Miami Dolphins. I have the Lions actually getting Brian Burns, the outside linebacker edge out of Florida State. Brian Burns is an excellent talent. He's going to be able to bring that pressure on the edge. And pair him with Trey Flowers. That's going to be an awesome duo. Instant starters in the instant starter there. And also having Snacks Harrison and Sean Robinson on the inside. And then Trey Flowers also playing the defense tackle, and A'Shawn Robinson possibly going on to the outside. In different scheme packages, I think that's just an excellent fit here with Matt Patricia wants to do with this defense. Make it a little bit more complicated and harder to read coverages and such forth. Moving on to the second round, pick 43. Here originally I had us getting DeAndre Baker in my last mock draft. I recently heard some stories about him possibly being the first corner off the board, or off the board. So DeAndre Baker is a bump and run type corner, which the Detroit Lions love, but he's not available here in the second round. So they play it safe, and they get Cody Ford, the offensive guard out of Oklahoma. There's been a lot of rumors about Cody Ford going in the first round. I don't believe he's a first round talent, but I do believe he will be a solid starting guard in the league. And with us releasing TJ Lang, our offensive guard depth and or position is up for grabs, and I think he could come in and be an instant starter there, like Frank Ragnow last season. Pretty much no changes here. Round 3, pick 78, which we got from the Dolphins via the trade for the 8th selection. I still have the Lions drafting Tyree Jackson, the quarterback out of Buffalo. Tyree Jackson is just one of my favorite quarterbacks in this draft, and I really do see him coming to Detroit one way or another. We don't have a solid backup. We have Connor Cook on the roster, but Connor Cook is a backup's backup at best. So I can just see Tyree Jackson coming to Detroit and filling that backup position and learning from Matthew Stafford, because Stafford only has, I believe, 2 or 3 years left on his contract. And that should be plenty of time for them to either want to trade him and run with Tyree Jackson or see what happens. But that's what I have him doing here at pick 78. Round 3, pick 88, our original selection. I had him going Michael Jordan, but we already addressed the offensive guard position here. So I actually have us addressing the corner position here. Justin Lane, the corner of Michigan State. He plays similar to Darius Slay and DeAndre Baker. They did play the bump and run at Michigan State a lot. He did play a lot of slot as well. Justin Lane though will be a solid corner to play in situational plays and give a little bit more depth on the team, since we did just sign a corner earlier this week. And then round 4, pick 111. I changed this up a little bit too. Tavon Coney, I have us getting him still, but instead of the 6th round, I have us getting him in the 4th instead of Caleb Wilson, due to the fact Caleb Wilson, I think, will be off the board by then, and Tavon Coney is just sitting here waiting for a second chance to become a premier linebacker. Moving on, round 5, pick 146. I still have us selecting Mike Bell, the safety out of Fresno State, 6'3", 200 pounds. One of the hardest hitting safeties coming into the draft. I just think he's a good fit for the scheme and what Matt Patricia wants to do. Moving on, round 6, 184. I have the Lions addressing tight end here. and they will be getting Zach Gentry, the tight end out of Michigan. He's 6'8", 265, so he fits what Detroit tends to like in a tight end, which is a big physical tight end who can actually pass block as well as run routes effectively. Round 6, pick 204, Hunter Renfrow. If you didn't watch my last video, I had us getting him. He reminds me a lot of a young Danny Amendola. He plays in big games, and he not this championship game, but the last one, he just went off and couldn't be stopped. Moving on, round 7, pick 224, Josiah Coatney. Defensive line, Ole Miss. Just building depth here on the defensive line. Detroit, likes to switch schemes and substitute, so Josiah Coatney comes in here and just helps us build some depth there. And then the last pick in the 7th round for us is 229. I have us selecting Isaiah Johnson Jr. again, the corner of Houston, 6'2", 195. I just think that that's a good value there, and he might not be available, but as of right now, that's where Draft Tech has him going. Like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you guys think of this. I will be doing another one, I said, as of next week. Just had some free time here before I had to go to my next area. So, just let me know what you guys think of this. As I said, just leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.